Baidu had released a new text-to-image model named ERNIE. The diffusion model has been paired with a lightweight prompt enhancer, which enhances the prompt into a structured description. This is an 8 billion parameter model, which means it is small in size. And these demo images look good. Below are the highlights, such as text rendering capabilities, and it can follow the instructions. Also, it is capable of various styles. The best part is that it can run on a consumer GPU. There are two variants in this model. This is the base model, and below is the turbo model. This is the training method for faster speed. The number of steps required to produce a final image is around 50 when using the base model. The turbo model takes 8 steps for the same, and this is their respective guidance scale. The following benchmarks show some scores. Let's try using this model in ComfyUI. Before we begin, make sure you update ComfyUI. If you are on the nightly version, then update using this file. And if you are on a stable version of ComfyUI, then use the file below. I will be using the file above to update my ComfyUI. Start ComfyUI, and then in the template section, search for ERNIE. These are the two workflows, one for the base model and the other for the turbo model. I will get both the workflows starting with the base model. This drop-down for some reason is not dropping down. There should be a filter for the ERNIE model here. I did a hard refresh by pressing F5 while reloading, and then it worked. I have saved both the workflow. Press Ctrl+S to save. Let's download the required files, starting with the diffusion model. So this is a direct link to the file, but I want to see the page where the file is hosted. I will quickly open the link, and this diffusion model is uploaded by ComfyUI itself. Below is the folder structure for the files. Here is the diffusion model. The biggest difference between these two is speed and flexibility. Turbo models are designed to generate images much faster than the base models. The turbo model achieves this by being trained to take shortcuts, jumping directly toward a good-looking result, instead of exploring many possibilities. The term referred to such training can be knowledge distillation, step distillation, or consistency training. This makes turbo models excellent at producing a specific style or type of image quickly. But when it comes to variation and creativity, or complex prompts, the result produced may not be that great. In comparison to the base models, which take more steps, sometimes around 30 or 50, this allows them to explore a wider range of possibilities. I should save both the files quickly in the diffusion model folder. Next is the text encoders. Save both the files in the text encoder folder. And then the VAE. The files have been downloaded. A refresh should fix the red border around the node. The default prompt here is about a straw hat, cotton top, skirt, and leather sandals. The diffusion model and other files should be picked up by ComfyUI now, so I will run the workflow. And it took 113 seconds to generate this image, and the first thing I noticed is the handcrafted leather sandals. The image should become relevant after some Photoshop. Now let's check if the turbo model is working. The default prompt is present already, and it looks different. The prompt is about a young woman, and the time taken was 89 seconds to generate this image. I noticed this prompt enhancement button. This means the prompt we see here has been modified by some text interpreter. I will make it false and run the workflow again. The turbo model is fast as I said before. The time taken was 21 seconds, but still something is in process. Let's look inside the subgraph. The prompt we type on the subgraph goes in two different directions. The prompt goes into the text generator, and the prompt is enhanced. The enhanced prompt is the final output from this section, which is in Chinese. This is the prompt enhancer, and when it is true, the switch here will let the Chinese prompt go ahead. The same Chinese prompt is visible on the right side of the workflow. And when it is false, it gives out the English prompt coming from the subgraph we saw. The prompt goes below in a simple text-to-image workflow, and then the rest is the same. K-samplers generate the image by denoising and sampling the noise. The output is then decoded using VAE, and the result is visible on the right side of the subgraph. When I run the workflow, by keeping the prompt enhancement status false, I do not want the Chinese prompt, but the text generator node still works and gives out the Chinese prompt. This workflow will always run the text generator, and then decide which prompt to use based on the prompt enhancement status. Let's continue ahead and check out the GGUF models. Unsloth had published the GGUF model, and this is the GGUF of the base model. The Q2 is the smallest, followed by the other sizes till Q8. We also have the dynamic model below. Similarly, we have the turbo model, and make sure to keep the guidance scale value as 1. And the number of steps can be 8 for image generation. There is also an NVFP4 model, which works better on Blackwell cards, the 5000 series of NVIDIA GPUs. I will quickly download one GGUF model from both the base version and the turbo version. Place the file in the UNet folder. Inside the workflow, this node needs to be changed. I will add a UNet loader and make the connection. Press the letter R to refresh the model list, and then select the GGUF model. I forgot to tell you, you will need to have a custom node package installed to have this node. In the manager, search for GGUF, and this is the node group, GGUF written in uppercase. There is another node group, name in lowercase, that works as well. I will press Ctrl plus Enter to run the workflow. The image generated looks like half-cooked. Inside the subgraph, the number of steps is correct, but the model selected is not. This thing is running for no reason, so I disabled it. I tried again, and the image has been generated. The GGUF model works fine. Similarly, I tried in another workflow for the base model, using the same node with the base model selected. The number of steps here is 20. I think it should be 30, and as per the documentation, it should be 50. The image has been generated, but the text for sandals is still not present. So I tried again with 50 steps. One step took 6 seconds on my 4060 Ti 16 GB, and the total time taken was 365 seconds. And I got extra sandals. I switched the prompt enhancer off and selected the larger model, which I downloaded from ComfyUI Hugging Face. Time taken was 346 seconds, and this is the result. Let's say this is a bad prompt. So I tried another prompt, simple one. An infographic image of a man demonstrating different yoga poses with typography that matches the yoga pose. The result generated is on the right. This model feels like a stepping stone toward a much higher quality image generation system. You can clearly see the mistakes, and that is expected. This version is released under the Apache 2.0 license, so it's not the final, most powerful version. But the full model, especially with a prompt enhancer, could compete with or even surpass today's top models like Google's latest systems. Now, inside the subgraph, let's take a look at the final prompt. I translated it from Chinese to English and pasted it here. The model we downloaded from Hugging Face actually generated a very detailed prompt for the infographic. The prompt includes different yoga poses, along with their names, and the image that follows that structure quite closely. So while everything is not perfect yet, you can see where this is heading. No organization is going to release its absolute best model for free. But this clearly shows the direction things are moving in. While looking for information, I found this website. And it is a gem if you want to play around with this model. Keep scrolling, and you will find multiple images with the prompts. This is the original prompt before the prompt enhancement. Type your name or modify the prompt using Gemini, and then try generating a similar style. I made a mistake here. You should remove the square brackets as well. There are so many styles to choose from. I tried a few, and honestly, I just kept staring at the results because they look incredibly creative. There's also an edit model on the way, which makes this even more exciting. If the base model can already produce results like this, the edit model is likely going to be very capable. So that is it in this video. I hope the video was interesting and useful. I wish you an excellent day.